Yo, listen. Let me tell you how it is. I'm approaching 25. Just see my life flash before my eyes. Was all smiles back then, no worries as a child back then. Now I'm thinking, why the fuck are we here? Was it put here for a reason? All I see is violence. Youths on the street, they got nothing to believe in. Dropped out of school, they never achieved shit. We all grew up to realise how fucked the world is we live in. It's far from paradise, but we'll make do what's given. Everyone's rushing around, guess that's why they call it the human race. I got sons to raise, I gotta raise them right so they can survive in this fucked up place. The streets ain't safe, we gotta protect our children. We got plenty to say, but no one to listen. To call in Great Britain, but there's fuck all great about the way we living. We as adults are supposed to set an example for our children, cause they're brainwashed by the television, led to believe it's a fairy tale. Just look at the faces of Kate and Prince William. It's all lies beneath the smiles. A government trying to convince civilians everything's under control. It's far from under control. Man's a homeless, hungry, living life alone. They're starving to death with a skeleton shown. With these kids, they don't listen in lesson at all. They're sitting exams in the assembly hall, but it's hell on earth on these streets we walk. They just care about beef and coke. They just care about leaving home, being street and living life on the road. It's the life they chose, cause they're sick and tired of being ignored. Cause they failed to find a job, they got looked at like a fox. So now it's shotting drugs on the block. It's the way they were brought up, they were never taught love. Took all the shortcuts, now they're sitting in a cell and they're wondering how come. You see, we gotta follow the rules or get stuck in a concrete room behind a steel door. This is real talk, what appeals to all folk. Fuck who you are, you're going down if the law's broke. And you can pray to God for help, but I just won't see the fucking point. Cause if there is a God, I think he's a fucking villain. Just take a look at 7/7, 9/11. If there was a God, he wouldn't let that happen. If there was a God, he wouldn't have let my boy Sam go in prison, a walking man, and come out in a fucking coffin. So nah, there ain't no fucking God. Yeah, I know we make our own choices. What goes around comes around. What about the people that get murdered? What about the women who get raped? What about the pensioner who couldn't escape, who scrimped and scraped her life savings just to get beaten to death and have it all taken away? Was the great one they call Lord when all this is taking place? These days are dark, these days are grey. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. It's more grief, more pain, more drugs, and no change. Fuck it, I rest my case. It's Lynks.